Hello guys and welcome to another breezy shoutcast for StarCraft 2. I'm bringing you another game. It's a Protoss v Protoss PVP. The players are Adel, spawning as the orange Protoss in the bottom left hand spawn location. Just up from him in close air proximity is Krolu. Not too sure about Krolu's play, I haven't seen a lot of his games. I do know Adel is a very good player. Recently watched him get to, I think it was the quarterfinals in the Go for SC2 Cup 106, I believe it was. I could be wrong there. But yeah, nonetheless a very good player. This is quite an old one. It's from Go 4 SC2 Cup number 99. This was pre-patch 1.33, so the opportunity for a 4-gate is there, and it is very strong in PvP pre-patch. Early Zealot coming out from Adel, just poking towards the top of his ramp there. Cybernetics core underway already, researching warp gate technology and chrono boosting that. Adel just seems to be mirroring his strategy at the moment, only he has gone for the second assimilator, so he's going heavier gas play for the time being. We'll see how that pans out for him, as Adel is only sitting on the one gas, so it could be a 4-gate from Adel. And yeah, he has got the 4 gates under construction already. Only the one in play at the moment, just pumped out a Zealot and a Stalker, a second Stalker in production, just waiting for these 3 gates and the warp gate technology to be researched. 2 more gates coming down from Krolu with that second assimilator and a Zealot out. Looks like he's going for a 3-gate, possibly a 3-gate expand. No chrono boost on that cybernetics core just yet, just going down actually as I say that. The caster's curse, you say something and immediately the player does something differently. I swear they do that on purpose. Anyway, nonetheless, both those assimilators now fully saturated with probes. A pylon being placed over on this side of the map from Adel. That's quite confusing for me there. I don't know why he's placed that there. It's not going to be in close proximity to Krolu's base. I don't know if he mis-scouted and thinks that he's spawned across from him. He does get that early Stalker kill there with his first 2 Stalkers and Zealot production. 3 more Stalkers and a Zealot warping in from that right hand side pylon. I suppose it does give you a little bit of advantage going from that side straight across the map there, but it's not that big of a deal. Another pylon coming up at the top here. It's going to give him a proxy pylon location much closer to Krolu's base, but Krolu does seem adept to holding this off, as he does have a sentry at the top of the ramp. Another pylon just coming at the bottom of the ramp now for Adel. Looks to be going for this very early 4-gate aggression. Krolu pulling back to his pylon. He's got 2 sentries out now, a Stalker warping him. Should be able to hold this 4-gate aggression off if he does use the force fields right. Does put one down at the very start of the ramp, denying Adel space to get up there. 2 Zealots do warp in. They are going to be shut down straight away though. Does look like Krolu's on top of his game holding this off. Another sentry's warping in, as he has burnt the force fields off those first 2. So he's keeping up his sentry production to keep that force field at the ramp. He knows there's a 4-gate in play and he doesn't want to be cheesed out early by it. Straight away, Adel trying to push up that ramp again, but another force field blocks him off for another 15 seconds. Krolu just holding this off very well. Places another pylon and a 4th gate down. Does have the Twilight Council up early. It's one of the benefits of getting that second gas so early. He will be able to get Stalker's blink upgrade very quickly if he does decide to go that option. 4 sentries now in play from Krolu. More Zealots warping in. I think all the force fields are burnt off, so this could be the engagement that ends him. A lot of Zealots have got into that line. Sentries are now falling for Krolu. Doesn't look very good for him. He does have one left, just with one force field left to burn. Those Zealots taking a lot of damage and not really doing anything back. A bit of a mistake from Adel there. He did warp them in and they just stood right next to that force field and took a lot of punishment straight away going down. Another force field, good usage from these sentries just warping into play. 2 more Zealots fall down for Adel straight away, and it looks like a Stalker's going to take a bit of a pounding, and he seems to be backing off slightly just to recoup his forces. Trying to push in yet again. 2 Zealots being warped in on the ramp, but take a lot of damage, immediately going down to half health before they've even warped into the battle. Krolu doing an amazing job of defending this 4-gate push off so far. We'll see how it holds up for him. No upgrades coming off that Twilight Council just yet. I don't think he can afford the gas. He knows this early pressure is coming in from Adel, and he doesn't want to make any mistakes upgrading. That is going to cost him if he doesn't have that sentry count out to hold this force field play on the ramp. Blocks off very nicely. Another 3 Stalkers on the ramp are going to go down. So straight away Adel is on a bit of a back foot here. He has tried to go for this early aggression, but he is losing a lot of units. Another Stalker push coming up the ramp now. Another force field blocks that off. A Zealot and Stalker get punished for it. Adel relentless with this aggression, but I think he does need to back off slightly here. He's losing a lot more than he's killing, and Krolu is doing an amazing job, as I've said, of holding that ramp. Robotics facility now warping in on the left, so he will be going to try and get that Immortal play out. With an Immortal up at the top of this ramp, if he can hold it until that Immortal gets out, then he will be in a very, very good position. Krolu saying, gosh, Adel giving it the TT. Does seem like a lot of Zealots warping in now for Krolu. He will be able to hold this 4-gate off relatively easy now. I think he's pushed it back to the timing where he has caught up with that 4th gateway, and with that robotics facility coming down, it's only a matter of time before Adel realises he can't get up that ramp without sacrificing a lot of units. And he's just said, how many times have you focused my Stalker? In comes the robotics base straight away. A Warp Prism is coming into play. That will be a very, very good move if he manages to get that Warp Prism across this cavern into the close air proximity of Adel, and he could put some Zealots at the back of this mineral line and get some heavy damage on this probe line. Going back to this ramp play now, it seems very tentative. Adel's taken this Stalker off to the right side of the map. I think he wants to put down... oh no, he's going straight. He's put the waypoint down from the Zelniger Tavern. He's just having a little bit of a scout around with that, making sure nothing dodgy is going on from that back play of Adel. I've lost where that Warp Prism is. Where are you, Warp Prism? There he is. Going around to the back of the base with 4 Zealots loaded in, and he's warping another 4 Zealots straight into the back of Adel's base. I don't think Adel has any idea that this has gone down. He has got his own Twilight Council and a Forge upgrade in now for attack +1, so that will help him out in the long run. Je m'appelle Michael, by the way. He's obviously French, saying his name is Michael, I think, unless my French is mistaking me. A lot of Zealots there. This is going to do heavy damage to that base of Adel if he's not prepared for this. He's well prepared, Krolu is at his base, to hold that ramp with the force fields, so he can do a lot of damage here without worrying too much about damage from Adel coming in. Adel straight away realises he's in a lot of trouble with all these Zealots in his mineral line, starts to pull back all his forces immediately and pulls all probes off mineral production, which is a smart move. You don't want to lose all those probes, but at the same time that Nexus is going to fall, and this could spell a lot of trouble for Adel. Finally all his forces arrive back at his base. Going to be trying to mop up this aggression here from Krolu. Really love that Warp Prism play that he's just put in there. Zealot's going to work on the pylons, powering down a lot of the gateways for Adel. He's trying to focus this last pylon down. I don't know if he'll get it though. There's a lot of Stalkers and a lot of Zealots taking out these remaining Zealots from Krolu. Manages to mop it up fairly swiftly, gets the Nexus back under production and keeps that pylon in play. He's going to need another one straight over here though, maybe this side of it, just to get those 2 warp gates and cybernetics core back into play. It's going to take a long time for that Nexus to get back up for Adel. He's in a spot of bother right now. It looks like his early warp gate 4-gate pressure didn't pay off for him in this case, as he's lost his Nexus. He's now on the back foot, and Krolu, doing the exact right thing to do in this situation, is expanding after his early lead, so he will be pulling ahead in economy as he is now on 1 base. As soon as he gets that second expansion up, he is going to be booming ahead in the economy. The minerals are going to be flowing in for him just as Adel recaps and gets his production back underway. This Warp Prism though is hanging around the mountain line, waiting for that Nexus to be reconstructed. It could be a second wave coming in trying to take that out straight away again. No pylon coming back in for Adel yet. He does have the minerals for it, but he's just waiting for that Nexus to be back under production, I think, before he starts getting those gateways back into play. Krolu now pushing down from his ramp. He knows that he's withstood that early 4-gate pressure, and he's just holding this position in front of his base, just to deny any information of anybody trying to get in to see if there is an expansion up going. Adel, I would believe, he is a good player, so he's going to know that Krolu is expanding behind that. He's got the early lead, and he's just building on it with that expansion. One plus thing that Adel does have though is the +1 attack. I'm not sure if Krolu has it. No, he doesn't. I don't think he's even got a forge in production yet. Nope, no forge for him, so upgrades are a little weak for Krolu at the moment, but he is booming ahead in resources and units at the moment. The Warp Prism just scouting around just to see if there are any ninja expansions, I imagine. Poking around the map, he doesn't want that to come and bite him in the butt later on in the game. So he is making good use of that Warp Prism while it's out of play, just using it as a scout unit. Very good play for him there, very good scouting. He has rebuilt that pylon back in the left hand side of his base, so the warp gates are back in production now. Finally gets his nexus back underway, but the probe count is significantly in Krolu's favour at the moment, I would imagine. If I just check on the income tab, Krolu is sitting on about 1,000 minerals, whereas Adel is just struggling to make 650, just going up to 650 now. So there is about a 400 mineral lead for Krolu, so he is booming ahead. It's going to be a very hard push for Adel to get back into this game. It's going to take something special for him. A little engagement coming in now with Blinkstalkers from Adel, but Blinkstalkers has been upgraded for Krolu as well. And good game is called by Adel. It's a rather short game now. I didn't think it was going to be this short, but yeah, very short and sweet. Early 4-gate pressure. Looked like Krolu was going to have a little bit of a hard time managing it, but he did hold it like a boss. And he's pushing ahead now. I think that Adel's left the game, and yeah, that is the end of it. So very well played by Krolu. Adel, very good play, but he just lost that nexus far too early, and he couldn't get back into the game from it. He knew that the minute he saw Krolu's forces. He had Blinkstalkers, but as soon as he saw the Blinkstalker play come out from Krolu, he knew that was it. That was a good game, and there was no way back into it.